there's a crisis of masculinity?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elle, you seem not to think so. You don't think that there's too many weak men in the world? Or there's a decline of healthy masculinity?
I think there's too many. I mean, it depends on what you think weak is. I mean, I've been in the strip club industry before.
I mean, come on. We know what weak is. We know what weak is.
I don't think you're weak for having a fantasy and somebody being able to provide that for you. I don't think you're a weak person for having a fantasy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, I don't think.
Do you think men today are weaker or stronger than 100 years ago, on average?
Oh, I think everybody is weaker on average.
You think everybody's weaker?
Yeah.
Do you think,
Everyone's way too sensitive now.
Yeah, everything's so
Everyone takes
sensitive.
everything way too far to heart.
Yeah.
And they can't just, to my opinion, if it does not affect you, why the do you care?
Exactly. And
so,
if you have nothing
so
nice to say, then why
let's
say?
zoom out a second. I would say one of the things that's making men weaker is the addiction to sex. Well, not sex. The addiction to pornography that many have nowadays. Would you guys say that that's accurate?
Yes.
Yes. Elle seems not to think so. Do you think so? Do you think addiction to pornography makes a man weaker?
Me?
Elle.
Sorry. I don't think you're weak, Daddy, if you like porn. I'm just gonna say that like that.
Of course, she's got a conflict of interest here financially.
Hey, Elle, since we have your attention, can you? I don't know if you see your angle here. Can you scoot Kiki like into frame? Because she's like kind of like been. You're gonna have to use your muscles though. So if you push her. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Wait, too much. Wait, back. Just. Yep.
Push myself back.
But you got to scoot back into your spot.
Okay.
No, you right there. Scoot that way. Can you scoot that way?
Me?
Yeah, that way.
Oh, okay.
And then scoot your mic along with you if you can. All right, cool.
May I finish the point that I was getting to?
Go ahead.
And then I have a follow-up point.
Okay. It's your water cup. I keep grabbing it.
Don't drink it.
Yeah. Do you guys think it would be better for the world if there were more strong men?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, okay, I personally, I just want to, serve. I'm very submissive to men. So if I had a strong man, who, not like how they are now, but, a masculine man who would provide and, make the money, I would stay home, cook, clean, do everything, raise the kids, everything for him. He would leave with, breakfast. He would go to work with lunch and come home to dinner and whatever else he needed. But men aren't like that today.
Will you marry me?
Yeah, let's do it. But
can I just chuck this at you or something?
yeah, totally. I hope it lands on my
Wait,
finger.
catch.
Okay, boom.
Bro, what are you doing, bro? You're dropping my ring that I paid for.
Damn it.
Is it broken?
It was
now?
so beautiful.
I mean, I think there are men like that out there today.
There certainly are.
But
But there's also a huge decline of them.
There is a huge decline.
But there is,
of them.
and I think it's because of something in addition to what you guys are saying, which
What
is
am
the
I
crisis
saying?
of masculinity. There's a crisis of femininity,
What?
and it takes both of us.
Before we get to
Yeah.
that, the point that I'm trying to make. So you think, what did you say a moment ago? You think that there needs to be more of them? What did you say just 2 seconds ago?
That there's a decline in it.
There's a decline in it. Do we think that by increasing the amount of pornography that is available on the internet, we are potentially contributing to the decline of masculinity? Yes. That's one yes. That's two yeses. What do you think? Yes?
yes, and here's why. Because men being able to purchase a girl on OnlyFans is really not empowering to women, because it's saying, hey, you can just buy a picture of my titties online for $10.99 a month. And that to me is it's the opposite of feminist and empowerment. It's hey, a guy can purchase my boobs for $10. These are priceless. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's really hurting.
I think telling women that it was empowering to sell their bodies online for $10 a month is one of the most hilarious scams
Okay,
of all
that's,
time. It's
that's
ridiculous.
totally
There's no
it's
good role
back to
models
the,
for women
It's back
nowadays.
to the Alfred Kinsey guy, and Hugh Hefner said that he wanted to be the pamphleteer of the sexual revolution. He wanted to be the one to trick women into being Playboy bunnies and think they're empowered by being Playboy bunnies, when really he had the last laugh.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, we as women deserve better, and I think deep down men want to be better. So it's like, who's going to be better first?
It's
you know?
difficult for a lot of men to become better when they are enticed in all directions by pornographic content, right? It's
Also
very
a choice.
difficult for a man. We are sexual beings, and like the male sex drive, it's freaking high. And when you're saturated from all directions with sexual content, it's hard to pull your mind out of it as a man.
And back to the whole empowering thing, OnlyFans has produced my entire income, and I do not feel empowered by it at all.
No, I don't think you
I
do.
feel completely degraded most of the time
I don't
when
think
I'm
you do.
speaking to these people. But
Yeah.
the thing is, I already knew that going into it.
Yeah.
I decided to make a fucking bag and get the plan for the rest of my life laid out.
And-
But
and
knew
I
it was
respect
degrading
you.
from the
Dominique, let her
beginning.
finish.
I respect you.
Just that. I knew it was degrading from the beginning. But it's like, you know what? I'm going into this. I have a plan, and you just own it.
If you could do it over again and make money a different way, would you? If you had an opportunity to make money a different way, would you do it over again?
I think yes and no. I first started right out of high school. I was 18. I was in college for 2 weeks, and I said, absolutely not. I'm going out to LA. And so I think yes and no, because at the same time, like, I am making a lot more money now than I would at many other jobs.
How much do you make monthly? You could ballpark it.
I mean, about $70,000.
A month?
Yeah, and
she
that's not
does.
even like a lot compared to some of these girls on OnlyFans. But I feel like I'm also doing it much smarter than a lot of these girls on OnlyFans are, because I invest so much of it.
Do you know what percentile you're in on OF?
I am in the
top,
top
top.
0.09%.
Wait, just really quick. You do OnlyFans. Anybody else here do OnlyFans? Just you three, correct?
No hidden OF, Justin?
Drop the link.
What do you invest in, by the
Jay
way?
Waller,
Everything.
69, OnlyFans.
You're very smart. No,
I have
I'm not
an
judging
OnlyFans.
you.
OnlyFans.com/whatever. Kiki's on there.
Can I ask them?
Just really quick on money. So you said you make $70,000 a month. How much do you make?
Between 30,000 and 100,000 a month.
Wow. Okay. And how much do you make per month?
I started like
Just started. Okay.
I
so
just started, but I average about 6,000. That's about it.
impressive.
That's with like no following and.
So
all
to drive the point home, we're talking about the crisis of masculinity. We're talking about the fact that there's not enough real men in the world. I've heard from literally thousands of women in the past several months that have been like, man, I wish that there were more real men out there. I think a lot of dudes are having their vril, their life force sapped from their bodies from all of this pornography out there. And we've talked throughout this conversation about this idea that, hey, I have my morality as long as it's not hurting anybody. What's the big deal, right? What I want to know is, do we think it is responsible, if we're trying to create a healthy society, to increase the amount of pornography that's available to men? If we want to see the masculinity crisis fixed, is it a good idea to continue contributing to it with more pornography?
I have a follow-up question for you. Not to like drive away from what you asked, but do you think if all the top, let's say 25, even 50 or 100 top creators took their platform off of OnlyFans, do you not think that men would still find another girl to go subscribe to and get the same content, or go on Pornhub and do the same thing? Also, to counteract that, do you think that the men that are on OF, it's primarily men? The people that go in strip clubs, primarily men. You can't be mad at a woman for making her bag when you're the reason that there is a bag there to begin with.
Here's the
That's a fair
question.
point.
Here's the question
Fair
I
point.
have. How many married men do you guys have subscribing to you?
About 40%, probably.
40%.
Probably
Some
more.
of them have their wife in their profile picture with them.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
Some of them have
many,
fantasies about you being in like fantasies about like their wife finding out or something. Like
Or
they're-
couples. I have couples
yo.
who subscribe.
You
They
never
watch
know.
my content together, and it brings them closer together. I love it.
But here's the